Hello everyone, welcome to our Reading and Writing Skills class. A pleasant day to everyone. The focus of our lesson for this week is all about the different properties of a well-written text. So let me present to you the learning competency that you have to achieve for this week's lesson. Specifically, at the end of the lesson, you have to do the following learning objectives. Now let's start our discussion. Previously, we discussed about the different patterns of development in writing. And in writing, we usually start in writing a paragraph. When we say paragraph, it is a group of sentences that has the following parts: a single main idea, topic sentence, and supporting details that further explain or elaborate the main idea. The main idea is the main point or central idea in the paragraph. It is stated in the topic sentence, which can be found in the beginning, middle, or end of the paragraph. Then, the main idea is elaborated, supported, or explained by supporting details or supporting ideas in the paragraph. Let's take a look at the given example. If you can see in the given example, our main idea is exercise helps improve one's life. And the supporting details expound or elaborate on how exercise improves one's life. In writing a composition, we have to familiarize ourselves with the different structure of a text, and it is composed of the introduction, body, and conclusion. When we say introduction, this part prepares the readers for the information that they are about to read from the text. It provides the necessary context or background about the topic of the text. This part usually contains the thesis statement or a sentence that states the main idea or focus of the entire text. This part arouses the reader's interest and sets the tone of the writer. The body of the paragraph, on the other hand, develops the thesis statement. It gives examples, details, facts, or reasons to support the statement. Lastly, the conclusion ties the ideas in the text together and leaves the reader with a sense of completion. In this part, the thesis is usually restated, and writers can make a recommendation or a prediction, or they can ask a question that will lead the readers to think back upon the subject. A paragraph is a series of sentences that are organized, coherent, and are all related to a single topic. For a paragraph or for any composition to be effective, it must always consider the properties of a well-written text. So let's have first the first property of a well-written text, which is all about organization. So what is organization? When we say organization, it is also known as arrangement and is achieved when ideas are logically and accurately arranged with focus on the arrangement of ideas, incidents, evidence, or details in a definite order in a paragraph, essay, or speech. It can be done with a recognizable plan that defines one sentence connection to the other sentence and paragraph to the other paragraph. This property makes the text readable and its message clear. Organization can be achieved through the following techniques. We have physical format, signal words, and structure. Let's discuss this one by one. When we say physical format, it is seen in how the text physically appears, like headings and subheadings, bullet points, or font emphasis. This is what we call the most visible characteristic of a text. However, using this technique with discretion as improper or superfluous formatting can be confusing. Let's take a look at this example. If you can see in the given example, the words in bold are the three most important Marxist theories that the first sentence is referring to. By emphasizing these words, the reader can identify the correct term for the concepts along with their definitions. This would also aid in remembering the theories since they stick out from the rest of the text. The second one is signal words. These are textual clues that readers can use to follow a text. They can signal the transition from one point to another, the ordering of events and concepts, or the writer's chosen text types, just like a linear narration, a question in others, and the like. These are the signal words or transitional devices that we will use in order to identify the pattern of development that we are writing. Let's take a look at a given example. By using sequential signal words like first, second, and third, before the beginning of every sentence, the reader can follow what seems to be the writer's list of 3 reasons why the novel influenced him. The word thus also signals the conclusion and the end of the list. Now the third one is structure. When we say structure, it provides the framework upon which the text is organized. It consists of the following. It has the beginning or the introduction, which includes the thesis statement and the hook of the paragraph, the middle, which includes the supporting details, and the end or the conclusion, summary, or the final message. Please read the given example. If you can see the given paragraph, organization in this paragraph is not readily noticeable as it does not use cues like formatting or single words. However, the text is organized in this way. The beginning introduces the topic of aura. The middle part gives the definition and evidence of the existence of auras, and the end is the ending message about forces in the world. By adhering to the structure, the writer can produce a text that is still easy to follow. The topic, supporting details, and concluding message is still clear to the reader. Therefore, we can say that text organization makes a text easy to read. It prevents the reader from becoming confused by a jumble of words, sentences, and paragraphs that are in no particular order. In writing a text, you may check the following paragraph arrangements and the words which are useful in securing in each of them. We have chronological order, order of importance, spatial order, definition order, classification, process, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, listing, clarification, summary, example, and addition. The following are the different paragraph arrangements, and if you can notice, some of these are referring to the different patterns of development. Aside from organization, another property of a well-written text that we have to remember is coherence and cohesion. With such qualities, the structure of an entire text becomes clear. So what is coherence? When we say coherence, it is the quality of being logical and well-organized. The details of a coherent paragraph follow a certain logical order. The connections between the ideas are reinforced by transitional devices. Transitional devices help connect words. They allow smooth flow between words by linking a thought from one sentence to another or from one paragraph to the next. Coherence occurs when ideas are connected at the conceptual level. It refers to the overall sense of unity in a passage, including both the main point of sentences and the main point of each paragraph. Let's take a look at the given example. If you can see the given example, the words written in bold letters such as yet, what's more, of course, surprisingly, and definitely are the sum of the transitional devices which could help achieve coherence. There are different logical patterns that could be used in order to achieve coherence, such as chronological order, spatial order, order of importance, compare and contrast, and topical order. Let's discuss this one by one. When we say chronological order, it gives a sequence of events. In this order, the writer tells what happened first, second, third, and so on. Please read the given example. And if you can see in the paragraph, it identifies the different contests participated by Denver. The second logical pattern is spatial order. In this order, the details are arranged according to how things fit together in a physical space. That is, where one thing exists in relation to another. This pattern works well when a writer wishes to create a mental picture of something that has various parts distinguished by physical location. Please read the given example silently. If you can see in the given example, it tells about how the subject in the paragraph tried to remember the different things that she needed in a particular space, which is the kitchen. Always remember that in spatial order, we are trying to describe or create a mental picture of something at a certain vantage point. The next one is order of importance. In this order, the details are arranged from the least important idea to the most important one, or vice versa. Please read the given example silently. If you can see in the given example, the words first, second, and finally are some of the transition words that are used to identify the order of importance. The fourth one is compare and contrast. In this pattern, the details are arranged according to how two or more things are similar to and different from one another. It is an effective pattern to use when the reader can better understand a subject when it is described in relation to another. Please read the given example silently. If you can see in the given example, it is trying to compare and contrast the two roads that stretch toward the mountains. Please observe the signal words used in the given example. The last one is what we call topical order. This is the most commonly used format. It will typically work when the other patterns do not. In this order, the details are arranged according to different subtopics within a larger topic, or the types of things that fall within a larger category. Using this pattern, each type represents a main section of information, just like what is given in the example. If you can see in the given example, it tells about 3 of the different ways on how to prevent burnout. And as these topics are stated, they are furtherly explained in the succeeding sentences. Observe the use of the different signal words. Aside from coherence, we also have to understand what cohesion is. When we say cohesion, it refers to the unity of ideas in a paragraph. Every detail in a paragraph should support the main idea. Cohesion is the connection of ideas in the sentence level. Did it use pronouns properly? Did it use transitions? Did it do repetition of the subject matter? Having cohesion in a paragraph or the entire text is important. Readers do not only understand the sentences individually, but they also take the meaning of the group of sentences as a whole into consideration. When a paragraph or entire text lacks cohesion, readers may find it challenging to determine how the ideas in it are related to one another. So always remember, when we say coherence and cohesion, coherence is the connection of ideas to the central concept of a text, meaning to say, identifying the unity between and among paragraphs, and when we say cohesion, it is a relationship of ideas between sentences. Always remember that both should be present in your text, because having one without the other will still create confusion for readers. But what will happen if one of them is missing? Let's take a look at the given example. A text with cohesion has a central concept or glue that holds all the different ideas together. Although without coherence, there is no apparent logic to the way these ideas are presented. The writer appears to move on to another related idea without a proper transition from the previous idea. Please take a look at the given example. If you can see in the given example, the paragraph tells about cubism and art, which holds all the different ideas together. But if you can notice, the ideas are not arranged logically, in which they move from one point to another related idea without a proper transition from the previous idea. That makes a paragraph with cohesion but without coherence. On the other way around, a text with coherence has ideas that are logically sequenced in a way that is easy to follow for the reader. Although without cohesion, no central concept links all these ideas together. The main point of the text remains unclear for readers. Please read the given example silently. In this given example, the paragraph has ideas that are logically sequenced in a way that it is easy to follow for the reader. But is there still a central concept or idea that holds them together? Hence, a logical paragraph with no central concept makes the text remain unclear for all the readers. Always remember that in writing, unity is achieved when a composition is focused on one idea. In a unified text, all supporting ideas are relevant to the main thought. Without unity, text will be confusing. So that will be all with the first two properties of a well-written text, which are organization and coherence and cohesion. Till next week, bye!